Hey you guys, what is up? It is your boy Blaze here, coming at you once again from Need Input. So check it out everybody, it's that time of year again, and here are a couple of Christmas Mandela effects that just might get to you. Without further ado, let's jump into it, shall we? In the 1969 animated cartoon Frosty the Snowman, does Frosty wear a scarf? Well, if you said yes, you're absolutely incorrect. Frosty the Snowman does not wear a scarf in this cartoon. Also in this cartoon, when the children placed a hat on Frosty's head, does he say, "Merry Christmas," or does he say, "Happy Birthday"? Well, if you remember like I do, Frosty always said, "Merry Christmas." However, that's not the case. He now says, "Happy Birthday."
Happy birthday!
I also don't remember this pink flower on his hat. It was always just a black top hat with nothing on it. In the Christmas song Deck the Halls, are the lyrics, "Deck the halls with balls of holly," or is it, "Deck the halls with boughs of holly"? Well, if you said balls, guess what? Wrong. It has always been "Deck the halls with boughs of holly." In the famous Christmas song Winter Wonderland, are the lyrics, "In the winter we can build a snowman and pretend that he is Parson Brown," or is it, "In the meadow we can build a snowman and pretend he's a circus clown"? Well, guess what? It has always been "In the meadow we can build a snowman and pretend he's a circus clown." Seriously? Yep, that's what it's always been. In Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, are the lyrics, "Then all the reindeer loved him," or is it, "Then how the reindeer loved him"? Well, it's actually always been, "Then how the reindeer loved him." Okay, but is the song called Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, or is it Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? I always remember it as Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, but it's actually Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. In the 1964 Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer movie, did Yukon Cornelius carry a gun? Well, believe it or not, he actually does. It's sitting inside his belt and he never uses it once during the movie.
Hey, you get frostbite that away.
Who are you?
Who am I? The name's Yukon Cornelius.
But many people, including myself, don't ever remember him having a gun in his belt like that. It just looks out of place. Also in this movie, do you remember Bumble having a toothache and that's why he was so grumpy? After Hermie the elf who wants to be a dentist pulls out his bad tooth, he becomes friendly. Or, do you remember Bumble not having a toothache, and they pull out all his teeth just so he can't bite anyone? Well, if you remembered a toothache, you're wrong. Bumble never had a toothache even though millions around the world, including myself, remember this. People thought there was an alternate version with a toothache and they just changed it for TV. And though there are about 4 slightly different edits of this movie, not one of them has Bumble with a toothache. Speaking of movies, in the popular Christmas movie Elf with Will Ferrell, How do you remember Buddy the Elf's outfit? Did it have embroidery all down the front, or was it just white fur? Well, if you said white fur, you're not alone, because I and millions of others remember it that way. But it's always been just embroidery. In the old Christmas poem, A Night Before Christmas, do you remember this verse as, "And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap"? Or do you remember, "And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap"? Well, if you said down, you're incorrect. It's always been our brains, which makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Whoever says, "I'm gonna settle my brain"? Also in this poem, do you remember how it ends? Did it say, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night"? Or did it say, "Merry Christmas to all, and all a good night"? Well, if you remember Merry Christmas, you're wrong. It's always been Happy Christmas. This Mandela effect change really bothers me because books I've had for years and know for sure it said Merry Christmas have mysteriously changed to say Happy Christmas. But anyways, that's a couple of Christmas Mandela effects that might have got you. Let me know what you think about them in the comments section down below. How many did you get correct? How many did you get wrong? And until next time, it's your boy Blaze here from Need Input saying, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and remember, be kind, rewind your mind. Peace out everybody, and God bless.